Hi. This morning my mom went out to the barn and she saw her with a broken leg. It's this leg.
Well, we think it's a broken leg.
We think, but
she's injured.
But she's fractured. Basically, the same broken leg. And we're gonna be showing you that we're wrapping it. So
if you come in a little closer, we can see some inflammation on the leg. She's got some cuts there. She's got a cut on this side here and here. So we know that she must have gotten tangled up in something. And you can see how limp this foot is. So it looks like maybe a bruise right there too.
But tell them how you check for circulation.
Yeah, we can tell she has circulation. Her nails are good. Her feet are dirty, but we can tell she's got good circulation. It feels warm. It feels, yeah, about the same. She's still got some pink under there, so we know that she's got circulation. She's holding it under. So this is her ankle right here. And I'm just feeling if there is something obviously broke right there. I can feel actually the bone grinding right there. So she has a complete fracture right here. But get down.
yeah, that dog right there.
I'm thinking she probably broke her toe too, just the way she's acting. And the injury right here, and there's a lot of swelling right here. Oh yeah, I can feel it right there too. So I can actually feel her bones moving.
Can I?
So it was right about in here, and then right in here that we have a fracture. I have a...
By the way, we're not professionals, and we're getting to the point now. Instead of talking.
Okay. Anyways, I'm using what I have. I have a washed popsicle stick that I wrapped in a surgical tape, and I cut down a skewer stick, and I did a little bit of a measurement since we know the fracture is in about this area. And I want her to still have mobility of this ankle joint. I'm going to splint it right about in here, and then I'm also going to splint her toe right in this area. So I have them wrapped so that it's not going to cause any irritation. So, and you don't want to go too tight because then that will cut off her circulation. Just doing it to keep it in place. And she's being a really good girl, but I can tell she's in pain. So I think I can put some tape right in here. And she's going to have to remain isolated for a while. And she was such a good girl even with her injury. She got up and she even laid an egg today. So she's still doing her job even with an injury.
Where did she lay her egg? Wait, where did she lay it since she can't climb that well?
She actually did. She jumped up in the hay. But then she couldn't get back out. That's how I knew she was injured. All right, so I have it loosely taped. I don't want it to be too tight. Let's see, do I want to put another one right there? No, so this is ankle tape that they use for horses a lot. I'm going to tape this right here too, just in case I cover it. Or actually, you know what? Putting this over it might create a little more of a cushion, because I think this fracture is worse. And she's not going to like this tape very well because it's thick.
How big of a brain do they have?
I don't know, Farah.
What the heck? I'm feeling her head.
Farah's being a good nurse, and she's keeping her calm.
Not really.
She's rubbing her little crested head, and she's got her eyes closed. So she knows we're helping her.
And tell them what kind of chicken she is.
A sapphire.
She's
a mixed breed.
She's a sapphire, which is a fancy way of
mixed breed. I already said that.
Yeah, well, she's formed from a mixed breed, but they call it sapphire. So I want her back toe to still have some mobility so she can stand if she has to. So we got one. This is the fracture I gotta really check. I think.
Oh, we gotta wrap
I'm
her
gonna,
up.
yeah, I'm gonna cut a small
so while
piece
we're
and wrap her ankle
chit-chatting,
first, just so she doesn't have any
That's
friction.
So
Kelly.
you're not
That's
gonna do
Danielle.
All right, now I gotta decide if I want to put the splint on the inside or the outside. I don't know.
Make
what do you
sure
think?
I would put on the outside so that she's not gonna poke herself, like if she pulls her leg up.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, that's true. We'll put it on the outside.
Do we?
All right, so where did I say that fracture was? Right about here. And we have to do this because we're not going to be able to get a vet to come and do this. And there
Because
are not really vets that,
Cobra,
especially in our area, that deal with chickens. MSU will do laboratory work for us, but not this.
well, we've done this before, so we more are experienced by it, kind of.
I
Well,
guess.
she is. Not me that much.
Well, when there's an obvious break and you can feel the bones in there, that you don't really need an x-ray to tell you. Luckily, the bone did not pierce through.
I'm thirsty.
Be a good nurse.
I'm not really a real nurse.
All right, so this is self in here. That should stay, but I'm going to put some tape on it just because she might pick at it.
How is she supposed to walk in this?
She's not.
She's not gonna walk around.
We don't want her to walk on it.
Like, what if she has to
And she's
walk?
going to need to be like this for at least a couple weeks for that bone to set.
What if she needs to walk?
She's not going to
Like,
walk.
what if, like,
All right, so
Somebody
there's
in
her
a little
cast. Maybe we'll let the other chickens sign her little cast. So she's got a little turquoise cast, right? And now we're going to give her some aspirin water for the pain and inflammation so
Yeah.
she feels a little better.
So
So that's our excitement for the day.
let's wrap